Some of my friends ask me, would you give up vet school if you won the lottery? No, I wouldn't. It just made life easier because I could pay my tuition finally.
My name is Casie. I am a current fourth year veterinary student at The Ohio State University. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. I came all the way to Ohio just for veterinary school. I absolutely love what I do. I really appreciate all the experiences that I have gained and everything that I've learned in veterinary school.
The one instance that kind of changed it all for me was when I think I was 9 or 10. One morning, I was starting to walk to school when I would hear meowing, and I had no idea where it was coming from, but it was a continuous meow. I found the meowing coming from inside the drain pipe. I knew that I had to do something. I ran into the garage, was trying to find anything long enough to put inside so that I could pull the kitten out. My last resort was putting in my Taekwondo yellow belt into the drain. I was so worried, but then the kitten was able to claw onto it and I pulled this kitten all the way out. It was honestly the best feeling in the world. I saved 2 kittens. They were 2 stuck in there. And the whole day, I remember feeling so proud of myself. That was the most inspirational times for me where I started to love animals and love saving animals. Right after undergrad, I went to a community college. I learned that vet school is actually one of the hardest professions to get into. I don't know why it didn't discourage me. We are put into so much debt and we come out but still not make as much money as human doctors do. The part that makes it the hardest is that even though I'm in vet school now, I've realized that I've had to try to find that motivation every single day. It's not always there. Vet school has been such a fun journey, but at the same time, it is so difficult. You have to be ready for people just not understanding where you're coming from as a vet. The insanely high amount of tuition and just being belittled a lot of your life. It's a hard profession if you're not passionate about it. When I was volunteering at the human hospital, a deaf patient who had a really hard time communicating her needs and communicating her pain level. She'd have to write things down, but because of chemotherapy treatments, she had a hard time writing. And I tried really hard as a volunteer to just sit there and listen to her, talk to her, even though she couldn't really respond back. Each time I sat down with her, she would just hold my hand, mouth out, "Thank you," and cry. As someone in the medical profession, you're not supposed to cry and show your emotions. That time was the only time that I ended up crying. And it made me think back to how many animals out there aren't able to actually communicate their pain and aren't able to communicate how they're feeling, and people just dismiss it because they can't understand it. For me, in this profession, I want to make sure that I'm able to understand that language and help them out as much as I can. I feel like veterinary medicine is one of those professions that integrates not only human health but animal health and the environment health all into one. It's just such a great profession for me to be in because I feel like I can actually make a change in the world. I want to save animals because it makes me happy. I say it as a cliche, I love saving animals, but it really is how I feel. There's so many great things that come from it. You become a much stronger person. I wouldn't ever change what has happened, no matter all the pain that I've already gone through with vet school. 2.5 years has been rough. It has been the roughest journey. But if you're ready for all of it, I think it'll be worth it in the end.